YouTube! ¿Qué pasa? And welcome back to another Honkai Star Rail video on my channel. Right, so today we got news, boys. We have news, and it's none other than Blade. A rerun Blade has been confirmed, guys, and let me tell you this. He is gonna be dropping straight up in version 1.6. Now, it hasn't been confirmed yet as to when exactly he's going to be dropping. He will be dropping in version 1.6, but not sure if it's going to be part 1 or part 2. And it's also not going to be clear if he's going to be having his rerun banner alongside maybe Kafka, because they did release around the same time. I think there was only one version between them both, or they even released at the same version, right? So that's the first news. Now, the question is again, should you pull for Blade? I mean, generally speaking, I would always pull for a character which I like. And I really, really like Blade. I love the way he looks, love the way his playstyle is. I love the fact that he's an AoE damage dealer. And yeah, that's definitely a big argument for me to summon for him personally, right? But that's just me personally. In generally speaking, now if you have Blade already and you're maybe like trying to get his light core or anything, that's maybe one thing you could be opting in to do so, because his banner will be dropping. It's going to be called a Lost Soul, and that banner is going to be dropping in version 1.6. Now, alongside him, his Litecoin banner is obviously going to be dropping as well. And yeah, that's probably the one thing which maybe a lot of people are lacking, because a lot of people have Blade, but they lack his Litecoin, the unreachable side. So that's one thing you may be opting in to do. Now, generally speaking, we have had a few good DPS units right now. I mean, we have Dan Heng, Inhibitor Lune, we have Jingliu, we have the upcoming um, Rose Dude. So it's definitely not like Blade is a must-have character these days. Nevertheless, the one thing about Blade, what makes him so appealing generally, is he's literally a no-brainer. Like, he's the perfect character you can throw in a team composition and just have him run on auto. That's basically Blade for you. Like, he will basically be able to run on auto. And if you have Jing Liu, he will be a perfect matchup with Jing Liu in a team. So you could run something like Blade as sub DPS, Jing Liu as main DPS, Pela as support, and throw a healer in there. Maybe Loacha, or you have, I don't know, Lynx, or maybe the new Huo Huo. So that's going to be a very interesting team composition right there. So given that Blade is pretty much a self-sustaining damage dealer that specializes in AoE damage, he can be paired with an additional damage dealer that specializes in single target damage. So we're talking Jing Liu right there. Again, as I said. Now, he doesn't work well with someone like Dan Heng in Vivido Lune, because yeah, he's very skill point heavy. So these two don't really work well together. But Blade and Jing Liu, that is going to be a very good team. Other recommended characters you could throw in a team, maybe someone like Welt, could be very good as a support replacement, or I don't know, Yukong is also good. Healer replacements, if you don't have Luocha or Lynx, you can throw Natasha in there, or even Bailu. I mean, anything that is able to sustain your team is definitely something you can throw in there. Generally, Blade does need a 4-piece Longevous Disciple set, so that is going to be the best set for Blade at the moment, until we get further infos about maybe upcoming sets which are going to be working well with Blade. Second best, you could throw in Longevous Disciple, or and a 2-piece of Eagle of Twilight line in there, because yeah, why not? Then, as for ornaments, you want to go with the Ernest Salsato. That is going to be the best. Or you go with the Rutilient Arena, which is going to be second best. As for relics, you want to go with, as for light cones, I mean, you want to go ideally with his signature light cone, which is going to be the unreachable side. However, second best, if you don't have that, and I mean, you don't need to have it, you could run a secret vow, which is also a second best or something replaceable or on the Fall of Aeon from Herder's store. That is also going to be an option for players out there to choose. Trace priority, he is very similar to Imbibitor Lunae, prioritizes basic attacks, and he's also a character who works very, very well with the propagation path in Simulated Universe and Swarm Disaster, right? So that is basically one thing which he will shine with if you have him. His I don't know recommendations. I mean, E2 is probably the best thing you could get for him because it provides Blade with roughly half a main stat or 5 substats worth of crit rate. This is a good stopping point if you are investing a bit of Stellar Jades towards Blade's Eidolons, like if you're choosing to do so. His E6, again, improves Blade's talent by reducing the number of stacks you need to trigger it and increases its damage, right? So yeah, you don't really need my E6, but E2 is definitely something very, very worth getting in case you're looking to spend a bit on Blade's banner. Now, again, do not pair Blade with a shielder. If you're getting Blade and you have him, or you're trying to get him on the coming banner, and you're thinking how should you build him, never ever pair him with a shielder because Blade's talent ability requires him to either take damage or consume his own HP to build up charges. Having a shield prevents him from taking damage, so avoid pairing Blade with characters from the Path of Perseverance like Jeopard or March 7th. Use his ultimate to consume or heal HP. Along with dealing damage, Blade's ultimate has 2 core functions. One of them is for reaching max cap of 90% total HP loss, for increasing the damage of his ultimate. The other is for using it as an emergency tool to bring him out of the brink of death. Now, that's why he is a awesome self-sustaining unit. Yes, he's a very high-risk character, if you want to say so, but he's also a very, very good self-sustaining character. And again, as I said, he's probably one of the characters with the sickest designs in the game, which is one of the reasons I definitely want to get my hands on this unit, right? Now, that's all there is really for Blade. Generally, if you ask me, should you summon for him? Again, as I said, if you already have 2 very good built-up teams for MOC and you're not struggling to clear Swarm Disaster and Simulated Universe, then definitely Blade is not a must-have unit, apart from the fact that he looks absolutely sick. Nevertheless, he is, again, as I said, a no-brainer. He is a very easy to use character. He will be very easy and most likely the most confident auto unit in the game. So with that, those are strong arguments to go for him. I would even go for Blade rather than someone like I don't know, the recent Huo, which is going to be dropping, or someone like Sele. Like a Sele rerun banner isn't as much worth as a Blade rerun banner, in my opinion, because again, Blade is a very, very good character who has different things going for him. The fact that he's a self-sustaining character, he works well as a sub DPS. Those are big things. Someone like Sele, well, Sele requires you sort of, or makes you sort of need to play a mono quantum team where you have to have someone like Silverwolf, right? And without Silverwolf in the team, a Sele hyper carry team is kind of difficult to have, right? But anyways, I wish everyone best of luck summoning for Blade when he drops. I myself will be summoning on it, and I will be streaming my summons for Blade as well. I will be trying to go for him to get him at least E2 and to get his Eidolon at least at S, to get his Lightcon to at least S1. And yeah, stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you guys next time.